So the three biggest hurdles that you need to overcome when it comes to marketing online is making sure that we get the attention, we get engagement. They're the kind of the first two hurdles that we need to overcome. Now, getting attention, that's the first part of SEO. The first part of SEO is we want to make sure that our website and our listings start to appear in the search results. But now, the second component, engagement, is also an important component that Google's looking for. If you've got a website where if someone finds your listing and then they visit your website and they only stay there for 2 seconds before hitting the back button and going back to Google search results to find another website, that's actually, for Google, a bad quality sign on your website. So having a website where people engage is now very important. So the first two hurdles are attention and engagement. And then the third one is trust. We want to make sure once the person actually gets to the website, they believe what you say is true. So if you're offering a product or service, they need to believe that you're going to be able to deliver that product or service, or you're going to be able to deliver on the promise that you make on your website. This trust component now really is fundamental to what Google's looking for, because Google started to realize that people were gaming the search engines, and they were finding these loopholes, understanding the way that the algorithm worked, and then they were exploiting them. And that's why Google came out with the Penguin update and the Panda update and the Hummingbird update. Google's finding it hard to know who to trust. Now, Eric Schmidt, who's one of the main guys over at Google, made a really telling comment, and it was an excerpt actually from a book that's yet to be published, where he's a co-author. And I've put the whole quote here so I can read it word for word and then spell out the kickers for you, just so you can go, aha, I can see what Google is trying to do here. And then when we start to apply best practice to our website, we're going to be setting ourselves up for the best chance of success. So they basically said, or Eric Schmidt said, within search results, information tied to verified online profiles will be ranked higher than content without such verification, which will result in the most users naturally clicking the top verified results. So here's the kicker. The true cost of remaining anonymous then might be irrelevance. Even the most fascinating content, if tied to an anonymous profile, won't be seen because of its excessively low rank. So this is Google, the main guy at Google, coming out and saying, if you don't build an online profile, if you don't build an online presence, we will consider you irrelevant. Now for Google, the way that it considers building a profile and things like that, it looks at a whole lot of different factors. Things like, are you engaging in social media? Do you have a Google Plus profile? What sort of engagement are you getting on your website? Is your website anonymous? You know, do you have an About Us page? All of these factors now are coming to sort of the head here, and Google is requiring that information to be on your website, otherwise it won't rank it. So you and your business, you need to build an online profile. And more than that, you need to become the authority in your space, because that's how Google actually will determine which websites they're going to rank. And authorities, quite simply, they get the attention, they get the engagement, and they get the trust of the market.